Welcome to this ECPE Michigan Proficiency Speaking Test example with sample exam topics and prompts by Exam Sam. In this video, you'll learn about the 5 stages of the ECPE Michigan Proficiency Speaking Test. You'll see sample exam prompts for the speaking test, as well as lists of phrases to use to show speaking proficiency. You'll also see a list of exam topics as well as a list of exam prompts. What is the exam format of the ECPE Michigan Proficiency Speaking Test? You will take your ECPE speaking exam with another student. 2 examiners will listen to your conversation and evaluate your speaking skills. Students will be given cards that contain different information. You will need to share your information with the other student and listen to the opinions that he or she presents to you. Now let's look at information on how the ECPE Michigan Proficiency Speaking Test is scored. The examiners will give scores from 1 to 5 for the exam based on interaction ability, in other words, how well does the conversation flow between you and the other student, your language skills, in other words, your grammatical accuracy and level of vocabulary, and your fluency and understandability. In other words, were you able to speak fluently and explain yourself well? And was your pronunciation clear enough that you could be understood? Stages 1 to 3 are given one combined score. Stages 4 and 5 are given individual scores. Your final speaking score will then be converted to a final score between 0 and 1000. The samples in this video are from the ECPE Michigan Proficiency Listening and Speaking Test book by Academic Success Group. The book includes the following: 18 units of ECPE listening practice tests, 18 free MP3s to go with the practice tests, 5 complete ECPE speaking practice tests, each of which has tasks for 2 students. A complete answer key is also included. Here is the cover of the book. It is available on Amazon or as a PDF download. The links to the download and the book are provided in the description below the video. Let's go on now to look at the stages of the ECPE Michigan Proficiency Speaking Test. In Stage 1, you will need to introduce and summarize your topic. In Stage 2, you will explain the different choices to the other student and recommend the option that you think is best. The choices here will come from your prompt card that we'll see later in the video. For Stage 3, you will need to listen to the other student and then agree or disagree with him or her on the points he or she puts forward. In Stage 4 of the ECPE Michigan Proficiency Speaking Test, you need to present your options clearly and try to persuade the other student that your choice is the best one. In Stage 5, you have to support and defend your opinion when trying to reach a final consensus with the other student. Let's go on now to some sample exam prompts for the ECPE Michigan Proficiency Speaking Test. Here are the instructions. The 2 of you are students in a class that is going on a weekend trip. 4 different types of trips have been selected, and you each will be provided with a description of 2 of them. You have to select a trip for your entire class. You will need to describe the trips on your list so that the 2 of you can choose the one that you both agree is the best. Here is the sample exam prompt for Student 1 on the ECPE Michigan Proficiency Speaking Test. Take a few moments to view and read the example. Here is the sample exam prompt for Student 2 for the ECPE Michigan Proficiency Speaking Test. Take a few moments to view and read the example. Let's look now at these phrases for expressing your opinion on the ECPE Michigan Proficiency Speaking Test. You may wish to press the pause button and repeat each phrase to practice your pronunciation. I believe that. I can't be bothered. I enjoy it because. I don't like. I don't think that. I think that. I prefer. I would consider it to be a good idea if. I wouldn't want to. In my opinion. My view is that. Personally, the way I see it. Here are some phrases for gathering your thoughts. Again, you may wish to pause and repeat after each phrase to practice your pronunciation. Anyway, as I said before, as I was saying, in any event, so, the thing is, well, what I'm trying to say is that. These are phrases for generalizing, in other words, for expressing something in general on the ECPE Michigan Proficiency Speaking Test. As a rule, for the most part, generally speaking, in general, in most cases, on the whole. Now let's look at phrases for making comparisons. Alternatively, apart from, compared to, in contrast to, instead of, just like, on the contrary, on the other hand, rather than. Finally, let's look at some phrases for making predictions on the ECPE Michigan Proficiency Speaking Test. I guess it could be that. I hope that. I imagine that. I suppose that. I suspect that. It could be the case that. It is more likely that. It's possible that. It might be that. It seems that. It seems to be that. Let's now look at some sample exam topics for the ECPE Michigan Proficiency Speaking Test. Remember that you'll need to take the speaking test with another student. You will usually have to discuss one of the following types of exam topics: choosing an activity, choosing recipients of money, choosing recipients of gifts, choosing recipients of donations, deciding whom to select for a job, deciding whom to select for a scholarship. Here is the cover of the ECPE Michigan Proficiency Listening and Speaking Test book by Academic Success Group. If you're interested in the book or the download, please go to the links in the description below the video. Please see ExamSam's other ECPE Michigan Proficiency Test videos in vocabulary improvement, essay writing, and listening practice. You may also be interested in this great publication, ECPE Michigan Proficiency Practice Tests for Success on the Final GCVR Exam by Academic Success Group. The book has 4 complete ECPE Michigan Proficiency Final Practice Tests with a complete answer key. Do you need help with your essay writing? If so, get this useful publication, ECPE Michigan Proficiency Essay Test Success. The book walks you through the essay process step by step, shows you how to organize and structure your essay, tells you what kinds of grammar you should use in the essay, and gives you ECPE Michigan Proficiency essay samples to study. Many students do poorly on the ECPE exams because their vocabulary isn't advanced enough. If you need vocabulary improvement, please search on Amazon for this useful book, Michigan Proficiency Vocabulary Practice with Exercises and Answers by Academic Success Group. That's the end of our video on ECPE Michigan Proficiency Speaking Test examples. Please subscribe to our channel for more great exam practice videos.